Hey, this is Irvin Griffin, and I'm going to try to keep this as brief as possible. Of course, everybody's heard by now about the arrest of, I don't know what his real name is. I know he goes under the name Keefe in the arrest of the Tupac murder. Now, I know some are like, oh, justice finally been served. But has it really? End of the day, Tupac's still dead. And at the end of the day, his mom, regardless of what you might think of her from recent stories, look up stuff like Art of Dialogue, especially, to find out that story. Regardless of what we know about her now, that was still her son. She didn't live to see her son get justice. And honestly, I think this is a case of, number one, Keefe being a freaking idiot and not understanding the type of deal he agreed to. He thought he had total immunity from prosecution, which, if you look up the deal he made, it only protected him from incrimination during the interview. Meaning the LAPD nor the Las Vegas Police Department could never use anything he said against him in that interview. Or the Las Vegas couldn't even ask for it. Now remember, the shooting happened in Las Vegas. So, with that said, he didn't understand that it did protect him from incriminating himself outside of that. Or it did protect him from, let's say, someone else was named in connection to the crime. Named him. It doesn't stop the police from investigating him in that. But at the end of the day, Keefe thinking he had total immunity, snitched on himself. And as the old saying goes, he was the last one at the table. And you know what they say about the last one at the table? The last one at the table pays the check. Because Orlando Anderson, he's gone. And so are the others that was involved in that. So the only one left really is Keefe. Now, as far as the Puff Daddy or P. Diddy rumors, do I think he's grimy enough to do something like this? Personally, only my personal opinion. I have no evidence. But personal opinion, yeah, I think he is. I think he is grimy enough. And nobody's going to tell me he didn't feel some kind of way after that Tupac record hit him up. No one's going to tell me he didn't feel some kind of way. But the funniest thing to come out of this is the story that, oh, it wasn't Puffy or P. Diddy that put out the hit on Tupac's head. Which that's what Keefe is claiming, that some guys from New York put $1 million bounty on his head. Well, there's some that are now trying to say, oh, Notorious B.I.G. actually put the hit out. Notorious B.I.G., while he was a rap superstar at that point, he didn't have money like that. He might have been barely a thousandaire. And not a very high one. But enough power and money to put out $1 million on a hit? Nah. That had to come from somebody, if that is true, that there was a hit on Tupac's head, that had to come from somebody way more powerful than some Biggie. I mean, come on. Biggie didn't have $1 million to hand out. And you know what? I hope it puts to rest, and I'm no fan of Suge Knight, but I hope it puts to rest the whole Suge Knight theory about him setting Tupac up to be killed. Because my thing is this: why are you going to be in the same area as the dude you want dead? You would have to be crazy. But basically, to sum it up, Keefe D was a freaking idiot. He'd have kept his mouth shut after that interview. He wouldn't be in jail right now. The police would still have nobody. Nor do I think, except for maybe a couple of people, nor do I think they really cared. Don't believe that guy from Las Vegas almost bragging about solving the case, when the case was right there for them to solve. It was basically solved for them. But they only decided to move on it when they felt like it and when it would make them look good. I don't buy that for a second that they gave a crap. They really didn't. Now, if this was the FBI, I might believe them, because when the FBI got their eyes on you, I mean, go ask Donald Trump. Once the feds get their eyes on you, they do not give up. Any little crack you make, they're gonna try to widen it into the Grand Canyon just to get you. Now, if this was the feds, I'd believe it. But local Las Vegas, I mean, no offense, maybe I'm totally wrong, but my gut feeling is, nah, I don't think it was until this. I think this case pretty much got forgotten until Keefe D basically couldn't keep his mouth shut. And whatever sentence he get, it might as well be a life sentence. Even if he only gets 10 years. He's like 60-something years old, and he got cancer. Nah, that might as well be a life sentence. 10 years is a life sentence for that dude. If it's more than 15, if it's like 20, 25, you might as well say he gonna die in prison. Might as well say he gonna die in prison. So, yeah. But like I said, Keefe D was the last one on at the table. So he's the one that has to pay the check. And the thing is, if he'd have kept his lips buttoned, he wouldn't be paying for nothing right now. Anyway, that's all I really got to say on this. And that's just my quick opinion on it. I'm out.